Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're looking for transactions in the system, we've made it really easy to find transactions for a patient. Since everything's built off the patient profile, you can see right here, we've got the 5 most recent transactions for this patient listed right here. If you want to see more than the 5, you can just click the View All button right here. You can also just click the Transactions tab. It's going to take you to the same place, so we'll go ahead and click the View All button. And now we can see all the transactions for this patient. So we do have it listed here, the number of transactions it's going to show per page. So we can widen that to 100 transactions. If there were 100, you would see all of those. But you can now see all the transactions. And what's nice about this is it's almost like a report just for this patient. So you can very quickly see, oh, I want to see who ran this transaction, or I want to see, was it a sale or a refund, or I want to see, was this run from a stored account, yes or no. So very quickly you can filter and find transactions for a patient. We already have it filtered for you based on this patient, and now you can filter even further very, very quickly. So within, a minute, you can find that exact transaction that you're looking for. If you want more detail on the transaction, you can just click on the transaction date and it's going to pull the receipt back up for you. You can see here it's got, the logo and address and company information. This will have all of your company information there. It's got all the standard receipt information. If the receipt was signed by the patient through the e-signature pad, you would see the stored signature right here. And again, you can email receipts, just click the email button. It'll pull the stored email for the patient over, but again, you could always change this email right here and email it over to them. You can also print the receipt. You can print the receipt right on your regular printer. You can also print it on a USB receipt printer. Those USB receipt printers can be purchased on Amazon. Just send us an email or a quick phone call and we can tell you which ones that we feel are the best ones and are compatible with the system. You can also run voids and returns right from the system. So let's clarify real quickly the difference between voids and returns. Voids are same-day transactions. So this is a transaction where the money hasn't settled at the end of the day and hasn't been deposited into your bank account. Refunds are next day, meaning the money's already been deposited into your bank account. So let's say you ran a transaction and you didn't mean to run that transaction. You can easily come and void that transaction. So you can just come in here and click the void button. It's going to pre-populate the amount for you. You can put in descriptions or tags, and you can go ahead and void that transaction. Now, if we want to run a refund, we'll go ahead and click a transaction that is not from today. You'll see the refund transactions button. Now, something to note is the system is intuitive. So the button you see there is what's available to do. So a void will only appear when a void is able to be run. A refund, that button will appear when only a refund can be run. I just wanted to make sure you guys understand the difference and distinction between the two. So we'll go ahead and run a refund here. You'll notice it's going to pre-populate the original transaction amount. If this was a partial refund, you could change this amount and run a partial refund, or you can leave it as the original amount. So we'll go ahead and just run this refund. And again, the receipt's going to pop up. You can print it, email it, all those sorts of things. There are other ways that you can run refunds in the system. Let's say you haven't run a transaction for this card or account on file and you want to run a refund. You can come in here and just click the Actions button and click Run Refund. From here, you can enter any amount. You can enter any description and tags as well and just process the transaction. There is one other way to do it. If you don't have a stored account and you don't have a transaction that you've run, you want to run it on a new card, just click the Charge Contact button. From here, you can change the transaction type from sale to refund, and you can enter the amount and then key enter or swipe the credit card and process the transaction. So all those different ways are ways that you can run refunds from the system. Again, you can run the voids right from the receipt, and then you can go under the transactions and recent transactions to see all the transactions for that patient.